So, this is the minor league baseball scores for Wednesday, August 20th, 2025 here. We have the AAA, AA, High A, and Single A scores here today. So, Buffalo defeats Grand Oaks Bar 4-1. Iowa 5-0 over Sugar Land. The Space Cowboys get a defeat to the Iowa Cubs. 6-5 Omaha over Columbus. Indianapolis 6-0 over Syracuse. In another top battle for Indianapolis, Syracuse is not a slouch team though. Toledo 7-4 Rochester. Durham and Lehigh Valley, two of the best teams in the International League in all AAA baseball. 5-4. Lehigh Valley gets to win at home. Nashville 6-7 over Louisville. Gwinnett 8-4 Memphis. So Round Rock gets even with St. Paul after the game yesterday. 7-5. Las Vegas 9-3 over Albuquerque. Las Vegas gets to 70 wins on the year with that win over Albuquerque. Salt Lake 4-3 over Reno. Sacramento 9-8 over El Paso. And in 10 innings, Oklahoma City falls to Tacoma 7-6. Norfolk 4-3 over Charlotte in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Was a makeup rate from Tuesday. Charlotte got a run in the first. Norfolk got a run in the second. 2 for Charlotte in the fourth, and then 1 for Norfolk in the sixth, and 2 in the seventh to win it 4-3. And then Charlotte wins 6-1 in the second game. You get 3 in the second and third one. Norfolk gets 1 in the fourth. And Jackson and Worcester have to make up that game on the 21st. That game is going to be Game 1 is going to be at 4:05 Eastern, while Game 2 is going to be at 6:35 Eastern, 7:05 Eastern. Probably was originally scheduled for like 6:35 Eastern, 6:45 Eastern that time. So, and then Grand Oaks Bar Buffalo are going to play Game 1, the doubleheader, or get a hitter at 5:15 Eastern, and then Game 2 of the series, and then Game 3 of the series, which is originally scheduled to Thursday game. Game 3 is the makeup game from Tuesday. That will be at 7:45 Eastern, 8 to like 8:15 Eastern, somewhere around there. And then that'll be that. And then we have in AA Reading 7-1 over Altoona, Binghamton 4-1 over Portland, New Hampshire 6-2 over Akron, Chesapeake 6-0 over Richmond, Montgomery 4-1 over Knoxville, Pensacola 5-4 over Columbus. Midland 7-5 over Wichita, Frisco 10-5 over Corpus Christi, 10-6 Arkansas over Springfield, Chattanooga 6-3 over Biloxi. Harrisburg gets the win in Game 1 of her 3-0. Harrisburg got 2 in the second, 1 in the fifth. And the Moon Mammoths get 3-hit shutout in 7. And Harrisburg, the Senators, get the sweep of the Erie Moon Mammoths in the doubleheader. But they take Harrisburg gets 3 in the first, and then Erie gets 2 in the second. And Harrisburg wins with a run, gets a run in the fifth, an insurance run they call it, extra run, and they win 4-2. We have Tulsa beat Northwest Arkansas 2-1. That was in a little bit of rain late earlier. Tulsa and Northwest Arkansas was. Tulsa, Midwest, Northwest Arkansas got one in the third, and Tulsa got one in the fifth. And then they won the eighth to win 2-1. Northwest Arkansas won game 2 doubleheader, 5-1. Northwest Arkansas won the second and 4 in the third. Tulsa got one in the fifth. Amarillo loses game 1, 5-4. San Antonio wins game 1. In the Erie Harrisburg game 3 of the series, it was really the makeup from July 13th. The game 6 of the series that was played in Harrisburg. And San Antonio wins 5-4 in that one. San Antonio scores 1 in the first. Amarillo scores 1 in the second. 3 in the fifth for both teams. Amarillo and San Antonio. And then San Antonio gets 1 in the sixth. And then it's to win 5-4. Game 2 Texas teams. AA. And Amarillo wins game 2 of the series from wins, which is they win 2 series scheduled game. Amarillo gets 3 in the first, 1 in the third, and San Antonio gets 2 in the sixth to win 4-2. Hartford and Somerset are going to play game 2 of the series on Thursday, as well as Rocket City and Birmingham. And this is their last chance. This is, if you have a game delayed, this is your last chance. Your last 6-game series against these two teams. Between these two teams. So they're going to play the games make up the games. Oh, they can. We have Rocket City and Birmingham. Game 1 is at 6 Eastern. Between those two teams. And then game 2 will be at 8:30 Eastern. 8:39 Eastern time. Hartford and Somerset are going to play game 1 at 4 Eastern. Well, game 2 is at 6:35 Eastern. Or 6:37 Eastern. Probably originally scheduled for like 6 Eastern or 6:35 Eastern in these two teams. So and then in high A, let's go to July 20 or August 20th games. Oh, it's July. Bottom 3, Rome and Asheville have that one suspended. It have not been through 4.5 innings, and Asheville has the lead, or 5 complete if Rome has the lead. Rome and Asheville are 1-1 in the bottom of the third. No outs. A runner on first base, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Winston-Salem beat Wilmington 6-3. West Michigan, the first team to 80 wins in all of minor league baseball, they get the win 2-1 over Lansing. So West Michigan is just the dominant squad, proving why they're the best team in all of minor league baseball. Greenville and Hub City, they did not play another game today. They just decided to play 7 innings. Originally, they decided to just have it be a 7-inning game, either due to like weather in the area. That was going to be coming up, and they knew it was probably going to be a good chance it was going to be postponed, or they just originally decided to go 7. But either way, it went 9 innings with Hosea and 1 in the third. Greenville getting 1 in the 5th and 1 in the 8th. And Hub City getting 1 in the 8th. Greenville getting 1 in the 9th to win 3-2. So Greenville beat Sub C. It's supposed to go 7, but it went 9. Went 9 to 4 game for non-short game. Lake County 3-0 over Fort Wayne. Dean 2-1 over Prairie. Aberdeen 7-6 over Brooklyn. 6-4 Sea Rapids over South Bend. Wisconsin, they played South Bend. Got a walk-off in the bottom of the ninth against Sea Rapids last game. Sea Rapids takes the win away 6-4. Wisconsin 7-5 over Quad State falls to Great Lakes 2-1. 4-3 or Bowling Green over Greensboro. And I said earlier, West Michigan, the first team to 80 wins. Actually, Greensboro is the first team to 80 wins. West Michigan is still second. They're trying to prove why they're best with Greensboro, or the best team in high baseball, in all minor league baseball. Hillsboro blew out Eugene 17-1, 8 runs in the ninth, but they had a little stretch where they weren't. Still, a 1-9 thing with 8 runs. But 1 to the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, then no runs 5th through 8th. And then they really figure out that, in the ninth. Vancouver 7-4 Tri-C, and Everett over Spokane 11-2. Dominant in the fourth through the 8th innings. But the first 3, they couldn't figure out the starter right away. And then Hudson Valley and Jersey Shore are going to make up games. Are going to make up game 2 of the doubleheader. That has been postponed. They're going to make that up. That's going to be made up on August 21st. And the Hudson Valley Jersey Shore doubleheader is going to be the second. It's supposed to be doubleheader today. It's from July 20th. The second game was Sunday's game. It was the second to last series of the season. In the second game, the second game, the makeup of July 20th is game 6 of the last series these two teams played. Before this series they're playing right now. It was the getaway day. The travel day for the away team, going home for their 6-game series Sunday night, and then Monday, the day after, was the travel day for the team. It was the travel getaway day. That's nice. Going home. Went home that day, and then Jersey Shore on Monday traveled to the next opponent, which usually in minor league baseball you play your one opponent, and then you play 6 games. Either if you're at home, Monday or off day, and you travel to your next opponent on Monday, and then if you're at home your next week, which typically you are, if you're on the road, say the first week, the second week you'd be at home, and then you play a game series at home. And sometimes you do it to where you play 2 series in a row on the road, but not very often. But Hudson Valley Jersey Shore is going to play doubleheader. We have Rome and Asheville are going to resume the suspended game, the 9-inning, the remainder of the 9-inning game. That's going to be 6 full innings, and then half. So the rest of the 6th or the third bottom of the third, it's going to be 6.5 innings, and then it'll be that game will start 5:05 Eastern game, the completion of the first game, and then Rome and Asheville. That should be I would say about 2 hours, depending on if you go its 7-inning doubleheader is. So Roman Ash was to be determined, but game 2 will most likely be at 7:35 Eastern time. And then we have a doubleheader between Fort Wayne and Lake County as well. 5 Eastern is game 1. 7:30 Eastern will be game 2. Probably originally scheduled for probably 7:05, maybe 7:35 Eastern. Could have even been 6:35 Eastern, but who knows. And then Hudson Valley, Jersey Shore. Game 1 of the doubleheader, the originally scheduled game for Thursday, is playing at 5:05. Game 2 will be the makeup of August 20th, the originally scheduled game from Wednesday. In the second game between Fort Wayne and Lake County is the originally scheduled game from Tuesday. So it's Hudson Valley, Jersey Shore. Will they make up the game from July 20th? They're making up August 20th game on August 21st. No, it looks like Hudson Valley, Jersey Shore right now does not have a time that they're going to be making it up, or even a day. Right now, which I'm really surprised by. Usually what they do is they might have a day off, and then they, I would think they might try to reschedule it on the 23rd, though. I don't think they'll play a 7-inning doubleheader on the 21st, and then do another 7-inning doubleheader on the 22nd. I don't imagine they would. I'd imagine, though, they would wait till the 23rd to do it. And then, if necessary, if it fails, maybe they might do a mutual cancellation of the games. But most likely I would assume July 23rd, or August 23rd, my bad. August 23rd would be the makeup day for that series. I would assume. August 23rd would be the makeup day for the July 20th game. The second, and then that would be the finish of game 6 of that series. Unless that is mutually canceled by both teams, which so far it has not been decided a date yet. Although, I would assume so. Then we have Fresno 5-4 San Jose in a featured singling game on the Bally Sports MILB channel in Bally Sports Live, which you can see all the games in the MILB zone on Bally Sports Live for free when it's on the featured MILB channel, which means a little bit more, It's the free version. It's like MILB network, like the MLB network, but it's kind of like a low budget MLB network, but for minor league baseball. What they do is they have like feature live games, mainly from AAA, but they'll have re-excerpts from other players in Double A from MLB players. They have like top featured AAA games, but they'll have like rehab certs from Major League Baseball players, from AAA, Double A, High A, Single A, and then I'll also have like rehabber, and then also have some featured Double A, like the Erie Moon Mounts, like the Erie Seawolves, like when the game that John Oliver was at when they officially announced that they were going to the Erie Seawolves were going to play as the Moon Mammoths for the day. They played on. They had that game on MILB network, on the MILB channel. Or another featured one would be when they played like yesterday, on the 19th. They played on the 19th as the Moon Mouse. And they had the rebroadcast shortened tour. They have some rebroadcast like tape delayed games, or like re-airs of games, like tape delays of games. Like big moments happen in games that you had missed on tape delay, or games that air live, and they like great highlights. With top prospects, or like top prospect games, and the top prospects did well. So. And yeah, sometimes you have like double A, single A, high A, single A games. But usually, it's triple A, but sometimes it's high A, single A, and double A. Sometimes it is if there's like only one game on it, and say like the only game on it at a certain time is showing like repeats. Because you can show a whole game in full before like another. They'll show it, which I think is awesome. So we had Fresno 5-4 San Jose, 11-9 Palm Beach St. Lucie Tings, Clearwater 2-1 over Jupiter, Daytona over Bradenton 8-4, Salem over Carolina in that one, 4-2, Hickory over Lynchburg 7-1, 8-7 in 11 innings, Myrtle Beach over Charleston, and then we had Del Mar beat Kannapolis 6-1, Columbia 6-1 over Augusta, Rancho Cuca defeats Modesto 4-2, Inland Empire 10-3 over Vizsla, Stockton 3-2 Lake Elsinore, and then Dunedin beats Lakeland 7-5. And then we have that one. And then we had Dunedin win game 2 of the series, or game 3 of the series. Game 3 of the series is really the game from July 5th. Last time those two teams played, which was game 5 of the series. And they did not want game 4 of the series, game 5 of the series. Originally scheduled game 5 of the series, that was. And they did not last time the two teams played. They played in Lakeland last time. And this time they play in Lakeland again. The final series, those two teams are going to play for the year. And Lakeland scored 4 in the first. Dunedin with 2 in the second, 4 in the third, and then 1 run each in the sixth. Both teams. Dunedin scored 1 in the first. Lakeland scored the 1 run in the third. Then Dunedin scored 3 in the fourth, 3 in the sixth to win. Tampa defeated Fort Myers in both games of doubleheader, 15-4 and 4-0. Tampa with 6 in the first, 4 in the second. Then Fort Myers with 3 in the second, 1 in the third for Dunedin, or for Tampa, 1 in the third for Tampa, 2 in the sixth for Tampa, 1 in the sixth for Fort Myers, 2 in the seventh for Tampa. Then Tampa got 1 in the first game, or 1 in the second inning, 1 in the second inning for game 2, originally scheduled game 5 in the last series those two teams played. No, I'm confused. So the originally scheduled game 1, I'm thinking of the Dunedin Lakeland. That was originally scheduled game 5. But Tampa Fort Myers, the game for August 20th, the originally scheduled game 2 turned it into game 1 of the series, and then the originally scheduled game 1 from Tuesday, August 19th, turned into game 2 of the series. And Tampa wins that one 4-0, like I said. Tampa scored 1 in the second, 2 in the sixth, and 1 in the seventh. It was really not. It was more of a lower than the sixth. It really was it was really a close game until then. Fayetteville 11-2 over Fredericksburg in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Fredericksburg scored 1 in the first, 1 in the third. Then Fayetteville got 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. So it was really close. So 3-2 after 5. Then 7, Fayetteville broke over 7 in the sixth and 1 in the seventh. And then Fredericksburg took Game 2 of the doubleheader, 8-7. That was from July 27th, which was the rescheduled Game 6. You rescheduled Game 6 of that series. I know, last time those two teams played, which was in Fredericksburg, by the way. Fredericksburg scored 3 in the second. Fayetteville scored 1 in the third and fourth, in sixth. And Fredericksburg scored 1 in the seventh. And then it was 4-all for 7. And then in the 8th, both teams scored to make it 5-all. In the 9th, both teams scored to make it 6-all. And then Fayetteville scored 1 in the 10th to make it 7-6. And then Fredericksburg scored 2 in the 10th, to make it 8-7 in that one. So there you have it. There's the scores for minor league baseball from August 20th, 2025. And there we have the double hitters update for these games for the games on the 21st. They're turning into double headers. There might be some double headers from MILB games from teams that played earlier in the series. And they said to have the makeup game that day, but otherwise, yeah. So there you have it.